Does the UPA have much to celebrate? On the News Hour tonight, PC Chacko, very senior member of parliament, top Congress leader. Sitaram Yechury, Politburo member and member of parliament of the CPM. Deputy leader of the opposition in the Rajya Sabha. Ravi Shankar Prasad. Mr. Prasad, will you be joining the celebrations of the UPA? Do you think they have reason to celebrate?
The only achievement, or not to their credit, is that they have been able to survive in power. That's all. 9 years down the line, are the people happy? They are angry. Is the image of India good? Seriously dented as the most corrupt central government since independence. Indians are not investing in India. Infrastructure has come to a standstill. India's growth story under serious doubt. And with 5.9% inflation, fiscal deficit, it is almost more than what happened in 1991. This long-term damage to India's growth story by the UPA's record of malgovernance, it will take a long time to redeem. Yes, they have been celebrating as they always will, but surely people would like this government to change at the earliest whenever elections are held.
Well, you have been very critical on the economy in your opening observations. Now, let me tell you, Mr. Prasad, I have with me 100 pages here, a huge 100-page report, which some people in the Congress have been graceful enough to share an advanced copy of with Times Now. Now, I look at parts of this report. On the economy, they completely go against the grain of what you're saying. On the price situation, they congratulate themselves. They talk about measures to control inflation, keeping the price issue for wheat and rice unchanged in 2002, absorbing a significant part of the cost of diesel, kerosene and LPG. Mr. Sitaram Yechury, they are congratulating themselves on price situation. They are congratulating themselves.
Can I come in here?
They are congratulating themselves on economic growth. Okay, Mr. Prasad wants to come back. Mr. Yechury, yes.
No, very simple reply.
Irony.
Don't go by what they publish in their glossy document of achievement. Go on to the footpath of Delhi as to see how much a thali costs. Go to a middle-class house in Delhi or Bombay where you stay and see how difficult it is for the housewife, even of a middle-class family, to survive. This whole price index, retail price index, all these things are going for the last so many years.
Okay.
Malgovernance, price rise, industrial production is down,
to the left.
Import is down, all is too well known.
To the left, Sitaram Yechury, yes.
Yeah, you see, there is an old saying which says that do what I say and not what I do. So what the government says in its glossy publications is entirely different from the government has been doing. The fact of the matter is that during the last 4 years, the burdens on the people have grown. The Prime Minister is on record to state that the economy has slowed down, and the fact that they need to take certain harsh decisions, which means put more burdens on the people. So there's no two opinions on the fact that there has been a deterioration in the economic situation and the burdens on the people have been growing, have been actually multiplying and exponentially growing. Your crisis in agriculture continues. The drought this year may be a one-year affair, they may say, but the fact is that the farmers are continuing to commit suicide. Unemployment is on the rise, as well as inflation. And what you require today is exactly the opposite of what this government is doing. You're opening up of our country more and more to the inflow of foreign capital, giving concessions to your international and domestic capital, which is higher than your fiscal deficit.
So
and this needs to be noted.
So
the tax, 1 minute, Mr. Goswami. The tax foregone this year, this year is 5,73,000 crores. Fiscal deficit is 5,21,000 crores. There is no fiscal deficit if you have not given these concessions to the rich. And that is how you're burdening the poor in the country. That is the reality.
No, the reality is, okay, now the reality what they're presenting. It's time for Mr. Chacko to respond. In this paper, the Congress party says growth is expected to recover in 2012, 2013, 2014 with the reform process being actively pursued. It says since last May, the government has taken 42 major reform measures in the sphere of finance, banking, industry, infrastructure and taxation. Exactly what Mr. Yechury criticizes. My question to you, sir, is do you find it strange, Mr. Chacko, that both the esteemed leaders of the opposition on the News Hour tonight have questioned you first on the economy? It's on the economy that you're the weakest. Is it not strange that an economist prime minister has led the UPA to a situation where the economy is the first line of attack of the opposition?
Arnav, I am very happy that you put this question. I congratulate Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad and Mr. Yechury for highlighting the negative aspect. If that is satisfying to them, we have no complaint. But Arnav, what we are reviewing now is from 2008-9 till 2011-12. What is the rate of growth of the Indian economy? It grew from 6.7% to 8.6% to 9.3%, and then it came down a bit to 6.2%. This year it is little lower than that. This we achieved in spite of the world global situation, which is very, very adverse. And can anybody deny this situation? From 2008 till today, barring this year, which is a direct reaction of the global recession, what was the growth of Indian economy? And I can understand they highlighting negative points, but can they deny this? Can Mr. Yechury or Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad deny this? Please be honest enough. Please be honest enough to admit
one
this
at a time. One at a time.
I'll tell you, Mr. Chacko. Mr. Chacko, I'll tell you, and let us all be honest. Let us all be that this has happened because in spite of the global recession, India was not devastated. Precisely because the left had not allowed the UPA 1 government, and that continued for the first 2 years of the UPA 2 government to go through your financial liberalization measures. What Mr. Goswami just read out that all these economic reforms that you are taking be honest, Mr. Chacko, be honest that because of that you have not been devastated. Now you are doing exactly the same thing, and which is going to lead to a further devastation.
Counter question to you. Take my counter question. Sitaram Yechury, take my counter question. I see the rate figures. 2005, 2006, 9.5%. 2006, 2007, 9.6%. 2007, 2008, 9.3%. You go out of the government, 6.7%. Are we to say today that the growth figures were because the left was supporting the government or because of global factors? Why are you not accepting? There's a global factors. Are you the magic wand?
No, I'm accepting.
Is Sitaram Yechury the Midas touch?
Please understand. Yeah, but can I tell you why? Can I tell you why? Since you asked me the question, just bear with me. The moment the left was jettisoned out of the UPA by they wanting to go with the nuclear deal, etc., that's a different question. The moment the left was not there in UPA 1, UPA 1 went into those financial reforms, which is why the growth rate fell.
No. What Mr. Chacko has done.
The Midas touch.
What Mr. Chacko has done. What Mr. Chacko has very cleverly done.
You ask me a question, you get the answer. You get the answer. No, you get. Let me get the answer.
Siddharamji.
Hello, please. Mr. Chacko, if you ask me a question, get an answer. Let me answer. Let me answer that question. The devastation because of global recession would have been much worse. Much worse, because if you had gone ahead with these financial liberalization measures, which we prevented you, that's a fact. And the Prime Minister in the Parliament, in the House, also had to smile when I said, sir, give the devil its due. Even if you want to call us the devil, you give us our due. That because of that, you were not devastated.
I want to find out. I want to seal this debate. I want to seal this debate. Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad, what Mr. Chacko has done very cleverly at the start of the debate is this. He has pummeled your and Sitaram Yechury's argument by saying that while you may want to attack the government for poor economic policies, the fact of the matter is that the UPA has performed better than the 6 years of the NDA as far as the GDP is concerned. You must concede that to him.
First of not the least, Mr. Chacko is wrong as always. He is on facts. I'm sorry to make that comment. You very rightly said, Arnav, under an economist prime minister, India's economy is in a mess. Dr. Manmohan Singh was never a very big mass leader. He was told an economist and an honest prime minister. We'll talk honesty separately. Today, our GDP is 5%, may even go down. He says international factors. How is it and why is it that in the same atmosphere of pessimism, most of the NDA state governments are notching up 10% plus growth rate from Gujarat to Bihar to Chhattisgarh to Madhya Pradesh? Why is it that national agriculture growth rate is 3% and in Madhya Pradesh is 18%? The difference, Arnav, is the most crucial point: good governance. Good governance is absent in
So you have no answer to what he said.
Another key issue of economy.
You're not answering. You're not answering, Mr. Chacko.
Let Mr. Chacko reply.
Mr. Chacko wants to rebut.
No, only one thing. Let him reply both the issues.
Please.
Let him reply both the issues.
Ravi Shankar Prasad ji.
The second also issue.
Ravi Shankar Prasad ji, please.
Infrastructure.
Ravi Shankar Prasad ji, please listen for a minute.
Ravi Shankar Prasad.
Now, coal
Mr.
sector,
Prasad.
power
Ravi Shankar
sector,
Prasad ji.
Mr. Prasad, I seek your indulgence.
Telecom sector, real estate. All are basic areas of growth.
If you want a discussion, please wait for the answer.
Mr. Prasad,
if you want a debate or a discussion, why don't you just listen?
Mr. Prasad, please let Mr. Chacko come in. He has a right to come in here. It's two opposition leaders versus one from the government.
I was only completing my query. What is this? I was going to give him a space.
Arnav, please understand one thing.
What I said.
Arnav, please.
Mr. Chacko is now responding to you. Yes, Mr. Chacko.
Arnav, please understand one thing. Ravi Shankar Prasad or Sitaram ji has not refuted what I have said. Their political jargons, we can use each other. But please answer the figures. 6.7 to 8.6 to 9.3. This is the figure of rate of growth in 2008 to 2010. And today, even at 5.3, India is one of the fastest growing large economies of the world.
Mr. Chacko,
if I can answer,
Mr. Chacko,
that comparison is before the people.